Well, we welcome in the tight end out of Katy, Texas, Ian Flynt. Ian, thanks so much for being here with us. Congratulations. Signing day is finally here. I'm sure it's a long process. How does it feel that it's here and you're officially a Husker?
I'm extremely excited. I've been wanting to play for this program for a while now. Parents both went there, so it's kind of in my blood. So I just want to get to work with my future teammates, and I can't wait to be in Lincoln, Nebraska.
That's amazing. So you mentioned the bloodlines here. Your sister also is a member of the track and field team, but I'm sure it's more than just the connection to Nebraska. You committed back in April. What was it about this coaching staff and what they've started to implement that you felt like it would be a good fit for you football-wise?
I have to start with Coach Rule. Coach Rule is he's just a likable guy, and he really gets you going. He has such a passion for the game, and he really convinced me that Nebraska is the place for me. And yeah, the rest of his staff, Coach Satterfield, Coach Martin, and at that time Coach Wager, they all made it very clear that I they made it very clear that I'd love to play for them, and just the whole atmosphere and everyone was so welcoming.
So tell us about your style. I was reading up on you. Apparently, you like to block, right? And we saw the tight ends very heavily involved with this offense last season. But tell us about your style and how you think it will fit into what they are trying to do here offensively.
Honestly, I'm good for whatever. I can catch the ball very well. I wasn't able to showcase that as much in high school, but when I got thrown the ball, I made sure to make it count. But yeah, I really enjoy blocking. It's quite fun, and being able to put someone in the ground with all your forces is probably one of the best feelings. So if Nebraska wants a blocking tight end, they'll get a blocking tight end. If they want to throw me the ball, I'll take care of that as well.
I love that answer. Spoken like a true tight end right there. Doesn't always have to be in the stat sheet. How did that part of your game become so apparent? The blocking part of it. Why is that important for you?
I guess in Texas, we've always been a run dominant high school, so I just got good at blocking. I mean, you learn I learned the technique. My high school actually had two four-star linemen when I was freshman, so they were able to help me out. I was able to learn a lot from just. I was just trying to do what I could for the team.
That's awesome. So you talked about your dad, your mom, both coming here, and then your sister's here. What were some of the things that your family told you about Nebraska and how you'd like it?
They, well, I'll get to the negative part afterwards, but they told me how an amazing place Lincoln is, and once you get up there, you feel like it's very welcoming. It's a nice atmosphere, and they really enjoyed their time, and they talked about all the food, all the good places they ate. They talked about Runza, and then they talked about the Mexican place that's not my mom's quite. It's not my mom's app. That's not what my mom's into. It's called like chimichanga. No, I it's still up there because I found it when we went on the official, but I don't recall what it's called. But the negative part was my mom. First thing my mom said was, "I'm gonna freeze my butt off."
You'll get used to it. Just how special is that for you get to share that with your family? I mean, not many people get to say they came to the same school and were student athletes with their siblings, but then that your dad was a student athlete here. How special is that for you and your family?
It's really special. My mom, when we landed on the official, I believe it was, she met like one of her classmates who she hasn't seen in 20 years. And when they come up, they get to see old friends, and they, they just they get to reminisce through us and then tell us about all their stories, which are really cool.
That's awesome. So you had a visit from Coach Rule back in December. How much fun was it for him to get to come see you a couple weeks before you signed?
That was really fun. We took him to a local Tex-Mex place, and he had everyone was having shrimp. I think no, he had fish tacos, and yeah, it was fun to get some one-on-one time with him. He's the best. He's a super nice guy, and just talked about everything going on in our lives that wasn't football, and he made me feel very confident in my decision.
This staff, they're big foodies. What did he think of your choice of where you took him to eat?
Supposedly, he told my sister all about it, and he can't wait for his next trip down here to get some more fish tacos. But my mom is from the Czech Republic, so she makes a lot of cultural food from the Czech Republic, and we were really hoping she could cook for him and get him a little bit intertwined with the Czech food. But sadly, him and Coach Martin weren't able to make it to my house.
Well, maybe next time they come down to Katy, right? You know, the state of
Yes, ma'am.
Texas produces elite high school talent year in and year out. Of course, Coach Rule, his time at Baylor, and then when he was hired here, said that it's going to be an emphasis that they are going to open that pipeline back up to Texas. You're a Texas kid. How important is that the talent from Texas is going to have that pipeline back up here to Nebraska?
It's really important. I know the Nebraska kids, they're homegrown. They got the farmer strength, but I mean, Texas football is the best football. I mean, I think DeSoto would beat anyone in the nation right now. So to get Mario Buford, who we got from DeSoto, to get any of the guys that are coming from Texas, Gibson Pyle, and Dylan originally was from Texas. They play football different down here in Texas.
That's awesome. So you made the decision to come early. Take us through that decision and why would that was important for you to enroll in January?
I love football, and I really hope that it can take me places. So I want to get on the field as soon as possible. And I thought that if I come early and get my time in with the team, lifting and doing spring ball, I think that would get me the possibility to be on the field next fall.
Very cool. All right. I just got some fun questions to ask you here. Maybe let Husker fans get to know you a little bit better. Who was your favorite player or athlete, any sport, growing up?
Johnny Manziel.
Really?
Yes, ma'am. I love the way he played football, and he made it look really easy.
All right. Back when he was at Texas A&M?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. What's your favorite hobby outside of football?
Me and my friends recently picked up poker. That's been a blast. I enjoy watching movies. I love being outdoors as well with my friends and family.
All right. Favorite cereal?
That would have to be Fruity Pebbles.
Fruity Pebbles. Nice. Do you have a favorite restaurant or food? You talked a lot of food, and apparently your family is big into food. Do you have a favorite spot?
Yes, we're bringing the food, and this one's gonna be tough living in Nebraska. My favorite spot's In-N-Out and Whataburger.
Well, it'd have to be something that you do when you go back home, right? Okay. What does your Spotify Wrapped look like? Who is your number one artist?
That was Mac Miller, and then a ton of country. I had Cody Johnson all over there, Chris Stapleton.
You know, they got some good concerts here in Lincoln at PBA.
I heard my sister told me she was handed some Zack Bryan tickets and she turned it down.
What? We got to have a talk with
I
her
don't
about that.
I've been asking her about it.
All right, this will be a good one for you. Rank these cookie flavors. All right, I'm going to give you 4 types of cookies. Rank them from fourth last to first best, okay? Chocolate chip, peanut butter, oatmeal raisin, macadamia nut.
I would just flip it around: macadamia nut, oatmeal raisin, peanut butter, then chocolate chip.
All right. Awesome. Well, great stuff. Thank you so much for your time. Congratulations again, and we'll look forward to seeing you here in January.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
And that is Ian Flynt, the tight end out of Katy, Texas, Taylor High School. Appreciate your time.